YouTube voiceover script. HOA Karen blocked my driveway, so I had it laser etched with private property. It started with a neon green sticky note on my windshield. Move your trash can on wheels away from my curb. I thought it was a kid's prank until the next morning, when a beige Lexus SUV with a license plate that read Queen Bee blocked my driveway. That's how I met Janice Wexler. She wasn't the official HOA president, but you'd never know it. Clipboard in hand, yoga pants tight as her attitude. She barked, "That thing's an eyesore. Move it, or I'll have it towed." She was talking about my fully restored 1971 Dodge Challenger, parked on my own driveway during a garage renovation. According to her, classic muscle cars didn't fit the neighborhood's vision of serenity. When I told her it wasn't even on the street, she cut me off, announcing she was the eyes of the HOA and had received multiple complaints. From who? That's confidential. She smirked, like she was holding sacred scrolls on her clipboard. That week, Janice began her surveillance campaign. She photographed my recycling bins, measured my lawn with a ruler, and even rolled a marble down my gutter to test drainage. Then came the infractions. One envelope under my door fined me $75 for wind chimes. I don't own wind chimes. When I tried to challenge it, I learned she'd made herself chair of fines, a role that didn't actually exist. By Saturday, her car was blocking my driveway again. I had a foundation contractor arriving at 8 a.m. I knocked on her door, no answer. I called her cell straight to voicemail. Later, she accused me of being aggressive just for asking her to move. That's when it hit me. This wasn't petty neighbor drama. It was a turf war. Monday morning, I received a cease and desist from her lawyer, her nephew Dylan, a third-year community college student studying paralegal coursework online. The letter accused me of vehicular intimidation and unauthorized curb presence. I laughed until she brought it to the next HOA meeting. She projected a photo of my driveway and asked, "Does this look like pride in our community?" One board member quietly pointed out that my driveway was legally on my own parcel. Janice waved it off. That's not how neighborhoods work. That night, a neighbor warned me. She's done this before. Last year, she reported someone's tomato plants as illegal landscaping. But this time, she pushed it further. Janice printed her own letterhead clearly made in Canva, taped a flyer on the community mailbox. All driveways must be neutral and approved 48 hours in advance. She circled my driveway at dawn with her phone flashlight, claiming to monitor ambient disturbances. It was time. I called Leona local legend in industrial laser etching. Beard like a lumberjack, voice like an idling V8. When I told him what I wanted, he grinned. Petty, but righteous. I got zoning approval, sketched the design, paid the $40 fee. Leon etched it right at the base of my driveway. Private property. Do not block. Trespassers will be recorded. Hashtag, not today, Janice. Neighbors walked by, gave fist bumps. One guy muttered, "Finally." Janice? She saw it the next morning and screamed like she'd seen a ghost. "This is concrete provocation," she yelled. "It's my concrete," I said. "And Leon's work is city approved." She filed a complaint, which the HOA promptly ignored. She tried sabotage, dumped flour on the etching, claiming it was a cleansing ritual. My ring caught the whole thing. I responded with a second etching by the sidewalk. Be kind. Don't block. Then she changed tactics. Whispered to neighbors that I planned to install surveillance drones into security mode. One neighbor, Brian, said his wife couldn't sleep. That's when I found out she was spreading fake HOA memos proposing uniform car colors and badge-wearing enforcers. I'd had enough. I gathered testimony, HOA meeting minutes, and permit documents. With 17 signatures, I filed a formal motion to remove her from any HOA leadership. The night of the vote, Janice showed up in a red pantsuit, karaoke mic in hand, and launched into a speech. Tonight, we choose order or chaos, property value, or graffiti driveways. She pointed at me. I waved. The vote? 19-1. The one was Dylan, her nephew, who tried to vote twice. She stomped out. You'll regret this. I was the HOA. It made the evening news. Then came the real plot twist. A former HOA treasurer, MS. Colleen, showed up with a binder titled Wexler Watch. Inside, forged votes, unauthorized reimbursements, and proof that Janice had once been banned from a different HOA under the name J. Westlake. Turns out she'd fled that neighborhood after staging a fake board election. Now she was repeating the same power grab here. We submitted the file to the state HOA ethics board. Janice was suspended from all HO's activity pending review. She retaliated. Of course. Started a blog called Curbwatch Chronicles. Posted rants accusing me of visual terrorism. Then she tried to launch a fake advisory committee with help from Marvin, our nervous treasurer. They met secretly at night by the mailbox. But Linda, the 71-year-old who once caught Janice citing her for dandelions, had a hidden ring cam in her flower bed. Caught in 4K. The footage aired at the next meeting. The room erupted. Marvin muttered, I thought it was a recycling audit. The board voted. Janice banned from meetings for a year. Marvin placed on audit probation. I added a third etching. Some battles are best won with stone. The driveway became a local landmark. Tourists stopped by. Someone added it to Google Maps as Janice's kryptonite. A teen even made a TikTok montage with dramatic music. And then, the final blow. A plain envelope was slid under Harold, the HOA president's door. A complaint about my driveway, claiming it was a tripping hazard. Anonymous. Except the IP address traced back to Janice's Wi-Fi. The city inspector showed up, measured the concrete, and said, This is cleaner than most sidewalks. He accepted lemonade and closed the case. But because of her complaint, the city audited her property, found illegal bamboo, sidewalk obstruction, and a pear tree root causing a tripping ridge. She got slapped with fines. Even Marvin filed a nuisance complaint. We passed a new amendment. All anonymous complaints must be tied to a verified resident ID. It was Caladius Janus Claus. Eventually, her house went up for sale. The listing agent? Herself. Motivated seller. When it finally sold, the new owners were artists. They added lawn gnome holding a sign, Not Today, Janice. As we all gathered for the neighborhood's first annual Curb Celebration barbecue, I looked around at a block that finally felt like a community again. One that stood up. One that etched its values in stone literally. And before you ask, yes, I added one last line under the etching. Your move? Future Janice's. Got a neighborhood story like this? Drop it in the comments, we're all ears. And if you're still watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. HOA battles may be wild, but sometimes they pave the way for something better.